So here wrapper classes, we were seeing one example also. In that how it works, that we have seen some integer class, number class we have seen, and I have given you as a homework the float, double, byte, short, long classes. And we were seeing the character. So we will continue with the same example, character class. Here there are multiple methods in the character class, okay, which we can use for different purposes. So this character class is a final class. It is implementing serializable interface and comparable interfaces. Okay? So these characters, everything, as I say, everything on your keyboard is nothing but character, right? So you can simply convert any character into uppercase. You can convert any character into lowercase. So there are multiple methods for this. We will do that system.out.println statement, character in uppercase. If you want to convert that into uppercase, we can use character. All the methods are static methods. Okay, so the methods are static. That is why you can use character class name dot to uppercase is the method where you can pass the variable name. So whatever the value you have assigned to this variable, that will be converted into uppercase. This is the to uppercase method. So we'll first save this program and then execute it. Run as Java application, and you can see the output on this console. Okay, so this character is in the uppercase now. Similarly, you can use the to lowercase is the method to convert it into lowercase. Yep. You can use this method to convert any character into lowercase. Apart from that, we have another method. If you want to check whether that character is white space, okay? So system.out.println character is white space है कि नहीं चेक करना है. So suppose I am creating one character. You can use char c1 is equals to, I am only giving space here. So this will nothing but the space character. Okay. So we have to check whether this is a space character or not. So character class provide you one method, that is character dot is white space. Okay, you have to pass the variable name here. It will give you whether this character is white space or not. Now currently C1 has the white space, that's why we will get true as the output. And similarly, if you use the same method on the character C variable, then we will get false because it is not white space. Okay, we will execute this. First save the program, Java application, run it. So you can see character is white space. Which is a white space? The C1 reference contains the white space and C reference doesn't contain any white spaces. That's why we get it false as the output. Okay, so this is for white space purpose. अगर आपको कभी लगता है तो आप इसको यूज कर सकते हो. Similarly, if you want to check whether any character is a digit or not, digit means 0 to 1 है कि नहीं, तो आप यहाँ पे मेथड यूज कर सकते हो. is digit is the method. Is digit is the method. It will give you false because these methods give you the output. If any character is between 0 to 9, then only it will give you true as the output. Okay? So it will give you false. So these are few methods which we need at particular time when you are developing any report or etc. जब आप रिपोर्ट वगैरह क्रिएट करते हो तब आपको कभी चेंज करना होता है, कुछ चेक करना होता है कि व्हाइट स्पेस है कि नहीं, उसके बेसिस पे आपको कुछ ऑपरेशंस परफॉर्म करने होते हैं. दैट टाइम यू नीड टू चेक these character related operations You can use these uppercase, lowercase, white space, or digit, etc. There are multiple methods in this character class. We have listed only few. Okay, so this is all about wrapper classes. We have seen auto boxing and unboxing concept also. Okay, now we will go forward with the next. As someone asked in the session that why Java is not purely object oriented. Java is not purely object oriented. This was the question I got in the first session, I think. Okay, someone asked this question. So why it is not purely object oriented? Because of these primitive data types, because Java contains this primitive data type, and it's similar, or you can say it has the wrapper classes also, but these are not the objects of these wrapper classes. You can use the wrapper classes object. So that is why, because of these primitive data types, these are not objects, class objects. So that is why Java is not purely object oriented. We can say that because of this primitive type. Okay? If all these are objects, then we can say that Java is purely object oriented. अगर सारे objects रहते तो हम बोल सकते थे कि Java is purely object oriented, but it is object oriented language, but it is not purely object oriented because of primitive type. Okay. Now we will go forward with the next point. अगर आपको किसी इसमें कुछ doubt है तो पूछ लो. Any doubt, anyone? Okay. Similar to this wrapper classes concept, we have a typecasting concept. So typecasting is nothing but the process of converting one data which is stored in one data type into another one. Okay? We can do this automatically and manually also. So sometimes it will get automatically converted. Sometimes you have to do manually. So the automatic conversion done by the compiler and manual conversion performed by the programmer. Okay? So this is known as a typecasting. Typecasting, there are two types of typecasting. First is the widening typecasting and second is the narrowing typecasting. Okay? So exactly widening and narrowing क्या होता है, that we will see through example directly. So we'll create one class in the project. Name of the class I am giving as typecasting. Okay. Include the main method, finish. So suppose we are creating one variable which is integer type. Okay. Integer variable, it holds some value. Another variable is double variable. D is equals to, suppose I want to store this A variable value into this double data type. Okay. So I can assign this value to it. What happens? So we will get the values which are same. System.out.println value of A and D is equals to, अगर मुझे value of A and D variables के दिखानी है तो मैं यहाँ पे दिखाती हूँ space उसके बाद D variable के. Okay, so here we will get the same output because, and we are not getting any error also, because A is of integer type and D variable is of double type. Okay, so you can see the difference. It is converted with into the double type and added this precision value, that is point value, correct? So here, this is done by the compiler automatically. This is done by the compiler automatically. So this conversion is known as typecasting itself. Okay, this is a typecasting, but it is known as widening. Widening typecasting. Why widening typecasting? Because we have stored the value into smaller data type. Okay. Okay. तो यहाँ पे हम A variable is with a smaller value or smaller data type hai, and we are converting into larger data type. That is why we say it as widening typecasting. Okay, so you can see we can convert byte to short, short to int, long, float, double. This is nothing but the widening typecasting. It is also known as implicit conversion or casting down. Okay, so this is always low data type data will be converted into higher data type data, and most of the time it will be done automatically. You don't have to do, as a programmer, you don't have to do it, and it is a safe because there is no chance of lose data. Okay, so here we have seen this example. You can convert this into integer hai, right? So you can convert it into long also. Suppose long is the variable I have declared, and we can assign the value a variable value here. You can do it. It is also the widening concept. Here we can check the value of a and l variable. Okay, a and l variable value we will check. This is also typecasting, which is a widening typecasting. We are getting the same values here because we have not added any precision type data type. That's why we are not getting any precision. Okay, so this is also widening typecasting. Widening typecasting. Okay. Now, the second type of typecasting is narrowing typecasting. Okay, narrowing typecasting. That is nothing but converting higher data type into lower one, and is called as narrowing data type, which is also known as explicit conversion, because we as a programmer, we need to do that explicit conversion manually. Okay, so programmer do this manually. This will not be automatic. So it is also known as casting up. If we do not perform casting, then compiler reports a compile time error. So you can convert. Narrowing is always from higher data types to lower one. So we will use the same. Suppose we have some data values. Suppose I am creating another data type with the long. Okay. So this is a long data type data, and we want to convert it into some integer data type. L1 a value I am assigning here, but we will get some error because this is not supported. So it will give you type mismatch, cannot convert from long to int. Then what we need to do? It is asking you to cast to int. Okay, so we cast this using the brackets. Whenever you want to do the lower or narrowing typecasting, you have to use that data type into bracket. Okay, so similarly, now we will check here value of L1 data variable and B data variable value. We will check here L1 and B. Okay, so it may cause the loss of data because long data contains multiple values, because the range of this is more than the integer, right? Currently you will not be able to see that, but अगर आपके long data type में value ज़्यादा है, long variable में value बहुत बड़ी है, that cannot be converted here. Suppose I am adding few more characters. This is nothing but your long value. ठीक है? This is nothing but your long value. Okay. So this range is not supported by the integer data type. Then it may convert this into integer, and we may face the loss of data. So you can see this is the integer conversion value for this long data. So we mostly do not prefer to do this typecasting or narrowing typecasting. ठीक है, we don't do this. अगर आपको करना है तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि this should have the smaller values. Suppose you have this integer value. So, okay, we have this integer variable already, and I want to convert it into byte value. Okay, byte B1 is equals to A. So this will give you the error again, type mismatch. You have to cast to byte. We will add this byte casting. Okay, this is again the narrowing typecasting, and we will display the values. You may able to see exact values here. So A variable value, which is the huge range, and byte has only the range between 127 to 128, right? So यहाँ पे range byte variable का कम है. So it will convert this integer value to the range में lie करने के लिए वो convert करेगा. So you can see the value integer which we have stored this value it is converted into its equivalent byte value. Okay, so how the conversion happens, that we cannot say, we cannot identify, but it will always, the typecasting, this is narrowing typecasting, or you can say casting up, casting down, sorry, casting up, this is widening का typecasting को और भी आप बोल सकते हो casting down. So this is nothing but the two typecastings are there. Explicitly we are performing the narrowing typecasting. Automatically performed by this compiler will be the implicit conversion, widening typecasting. There are two types of typecasting. We mostly use these ऑटोमेटिक कन्वर्जन्स, क्योंकि छोटे डेटा से आप बड़े डेटा में कन्वर्जन कभी भी कर सकते हो, बट बड़े वाले डेटा टाइप से छोटे वाले डेटा टाइप में कन्वर्जन करने में आपका डेटा लॉस हो सकता है, यू नेवर गेट द सेम वैल्यू. दैट्स वाई मोस्टली हम नैरोइंग टाइप कास्टिंग नहीं करते, बट अगर आपको जरूरत है तो कर सकते हो. अगर आपने टाइप कास्टिंग नहीं किया तो आपको कंपाइल टाइम एरर दिखता है, राइट, जो अभी हमने देखा. Now, next point is access specifiers, non-access specifiers or modifiers. Access specifiers, it always tell you how or where to access. You are giving access to the different parts, like how you are giving access to the variables, how you are giving access to the methods, classes. These are nothing but the access modifiers, access specifiers we are using. There are 4 access modifiers. First one is a private, second is default or no access modifiers, ठीक है, third one is a protected and last one is a public. तो इसमें से हमने देखा है, we have not specified here anything. That means this data type is, or this variable is with default accessibility. Default accessible data कहाँ तक हम use कर सकते हैं, that we will see. This is a public. For this main method, the public is the more access specifier. This is again the public. हमने और एक एग्जांपल देखा था डेटा टाइप्स में, जहाँ पे ये पब्लिक है, ये पब्लिक है, राइट. ऑल द मेथड्स, द मेन मेथड इज ऑलवेज पब्लिक. Classes when you are creating, that is also public, and you can create any class definition also here in the same class that may not be public. ठीक है, तो वो क्या होता है, डिफॉल्ट स्पेसिफायर होता है. सो हियर whatever the variables we have created, those don't have any access specifier given. ठीक है, जिसके लिए मेंशन नहीं किया है access specifier, those all are with default accessibility. And अगर आपको देना है तो हम दे सकते हैं. We will see that part here. Access specifiers. Where to use these access specifiers, that we will see later. But अभी के लिए सिर्फ आप इतना ध्यान में देखो कि 4 types of access specifiers are there. Private, no specifier means by default you say it's default. By default default ही रहता है कभी भी, ठीक है. Then third one is protected, last one is public. Okay. तो इसको कैसे देना है, that we will see. You can use directly the private keyword to specify the private data types. So private, suppose integer s is the private data type. Okay. These are also, we cannot declare the private members inside any method. ठीक है, private members are always class level members. ठीक है, ये class variables भी आप इसको बोल सकते हैं, और instance variables. We are going to see this instance variables later. ठीक है, तो instance variables here, instance variable को ही आप define कर सकते हो. Access specifier private, ठीक है। यू कैनॉट स्पेसिफाई लोकल वेरिएबल्स, जैसे कि ये लोकल वेरिएबल है, इसको हम प्राइवेट नहीं बना सकते। यू कैनॉट मेक लोकल वेरिएबल एज प्राइवेट, ठीक है। लोकल वेरिएबल is always the variables which are declared inside the method, ठीक है। कोई भी मेथड में जब हम वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर करते हैं वो लोकल वेरिएबल होता है, एंड लोकल वेरिएबल्स कैनॉट बी प्राइवेट, ठीक है। डिफॉल्ट वेरिएबल, suppose you are creating any variable here, so this is again the instance variable itself, ठीक है। ये instance variable है, but this is with default accessibility. This is instance variable with private accessibility, ठीक है। Default one. Protected, you can specify with the protected keyword. Okay, protected. The syntax is always first the access specifier should be specified, ठीक है। पहले तो आपको access specifier देना है, then the data type and then the variable name, and value is not compulsory. आपको जब देना है तब आप value दे सकते हो, ठीक है। So this is protected. We mostly use this into inheritance. जब हम inheritance पढ़ेंगे तब हम protected का use detail में देखेंगे। And last one is the public integer value, ठीक है। So this is again the instance variable with public accessibility. This we use mostly into inheritance, but we can say that this instance variable is with protected accessibility. ये इसका पर्पस क्या है? Why we use these different access specifiers? To provide some security to the variables, or you can say some data. आपको इस डेटा को कहाँ तक दिखाना है, कौन से इसको दिखाने हैं, दैट इज डिपेंडेंट। और आपको एक्सेस कहाँ से देना है, कहाँ तक रहना चाहिए, कहाँ पे रेस्ट्रिक्शंस प्रोवाइड करने हैं, बेस्ड ऑन दैट यू कैन सिलेक्ट एनी एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर फॉर योर वेरिएबल एंड फॉर मेथड्स ऑल्सो, ठीक है। मेथड्स के लिए भी रहता है सेम एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर्स वी मोस्टली यूज फॉर नॉट प्रोटेक्टेड वन, डिफॉल्ट फॉर क्लास, private classes we will see that later, ठीक है। inner classes will be private, we cannot create normal classes, ठीक है। we can create the classes which are public and default, ठीक है। if you are not specifying anything, suppose this is a class ABC, this class is with access specifier that is default, ठीक है। so this is a default access specifier क्लास, ठीक है। सो जिसको हम कोई ऐसे पब्लिक वगैरह नहीं प्रोवाइड करते, वो क्लास आपका डिफॉल्ट एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर से रहता है। सो एंड जैसे यहाँ पे बोला मैंने लोकल वेरिएबल कैन नॉट बी प्राइवेट, वैसे ही आप पब्लिक अगर दे रहे हो, पब्लिक इंट, मैंने वेरिएबल नेम दिया, वी विल गिव सम वैल्यू, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो नॉट अलाउड। सो बेसिकली these access specifiers are only for the class level variables, or you can say instance variables. We cannot use these for any of the local variables, okay। local variables should be declared with the default access specifier itself, लोकल वेरिएबल्स के लिए हम प्राइवेट नहीं यूज कर सकते, लोकल वेरिएबल्स के लिए हम पब्लिक नहीं यूज कर सकते. ऑल दीज शुड बी इंस्टेंस वेरिएबल्स. ओके, क्लास लेवल वेरिएबल्स. So what is the use of these class modifiers or access modifiers, और इसको हम कहाँ पे use कर सकते हैं? So this is a chart. Suppose there are two different packages. We have same package and one is different package. Suppose the class you have declared as a public class. So you can access that class or you can create the object of those classes anywhere. The class can be in the same package or class can be in the different package. It can be the subclass. Subclass is always in the inheritance concept. ठीक है, अगर parent child relationship है उसमें तो वो भी आप इसको उस classes में भी आप इसको access कर सकते हो. So whenever you are giving the public access specifier to any of your variable, method or classes, that will be accessible from anywhere फ्रॉम योर प्रोजेक्ट. ठीक है, प्रोजेक्ट से आप कहीं से भी इसको एक्सेस कर सकते हो, उस वेरिएबल को भी, उस मेंबर को भी, मतलब मेथड को भी और क्लास को भी. ठीक है, सो दिस क्लासेस you can see here we have all these classes with the public accessibility, so you can access these classes anywhere other than this class. Suppose this is the type casting class we have just seen, right? रैपर क्लास अभी देखा है हम, तो एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर में इसको मैं एक्सेस कर सकती हूँ. द क्लास इज टाइप कास्टिंग. इट इज अवेलेबल. हाउ इट इज अवेलेबल? इट इज अवेलेबल बिकॉज द क्लास इज नथिंग बट, आपका ये क्लास टाइप कास्टिंग क्लास है जो पब्लिक है, राइट? दिस इज अ पब्लिक क्लास. बट जैसे अभी हमने एक क्लास क्रिएट किया है दिस in this access specifier, that class is a ABC class which has a default accessibility. So whenever you are giving any default accessibility to any member, okay, that can be anything, variable, method or class. So if you are giving default accessibility, then that class or member is accessible within the same package itself. Okay, it is accessible only the same package. It can be the same class, it can be the subclass or non-subclass. कहीं से भी आप उसको एक्सेस कर सकते हो, बट वो एक्सेसिबिलिटी सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके सेम पैकेज में रहता है. सो दिस एबीसी क्लास इज इनसाइड एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर्स क्लास, राइट? सो इसको अगर मैं यहाँ पे टाइप कास्टिंग में लूँ, एक्सेस करती हूँ, ABC is equals to A is equals to new ABC, it will get accessed because one second, sorry, it will get accessed because this ABC is inside the same package, right? We can access that. This is with default accessibility. Correct. Now suppose I have created another package here, package, suppose that package is module 4. Okay, that package is module 4 and here I am creating one class, test class. Suppose test accessibility करके मैं दे रही हूँ. Accessibility, include the main method. Okay, now the classes which have the public access specifier, we can access it anywhere. So suppose I want to access this access specifier class. Okay, we can access it because this access specifier class is public class. Now you can see here, it included the import statement because we need to link that class from this particular package. ठीक है, it is not directly accessible. ये direct accessible नहीं है. आप यहाँ पे ये class use कर रहे हो, that means we have to link or we have to import that class from the given, जिस जहाँ पे भी उसका लोकेशन है, कौन से पैकेज में है, वहां से उसको हमें लिंक करना पड़ेगा, इंपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा. दैट इज व्हाई वी यूज दिस इंपोर्ट स्टेटमेंट. ठीक है, whenever you want to use the library classes, whenever you want to include any other classes in your class, that is from different packages, then we use this import statement. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे ये access हो गया. Now the typecasting class has this access specifier class has this ABC class. Okay, now we will try to access the ABC class here. ABC A X is equals to new ABC. Okay. This is not accessible right now. Why? Because this class has the accessibility that is default accessibility. So we cannot access this outside of the package. Okay, we cannot access it outside of the package. So this is, इसको हम outside of the package नहीं कर सकते. Just outside of package. उस within same package में ही आप उसको access कर सकते हो. Similar with the variables. Now this variable has the private access specifier. ठीक है, private का हम बाद में देखते हैं. This integer y is with default accessibility, right? तो मैं typecasting में अगर उसको use करती हूँ, directly तो ऐसे नहीं होगा, हमें object create करके उसको access करना पड़ता है. ठीक है, that we will see later. यहाँ पे मैंने object use किया है, so I can use a dot. This b variable is only accessible here. ठीक है, तो b variable का हमारे पास क्या है? Data access specifier that is public. So this is in the separate package. ये another package में है, same package में नहीं है test accessibility, right? So यहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ उसका b variable ही accessible है, which has the public accessibility. Okay, we cannot access this c variable which has the protected. We cannot access the y variable because it has the default accessibility. But we can access this y variable within the same package from any class. ठीक है, इस क्लास में दूसरे कौन से भी क्लास से आप इसको एक्सेस कर सकते हो, that is in the within the same package. तो ये दो हमने देखे. First we have seen the public and second we have seen the default one. ठीक है, third one is the private. Private is always used to protect your data. Data में values को protect करने के लिए हम private use करते हैं. We assign the private for method and variable only. Classes will be private, but that will be directly we cannot create the private classes. We have to use the inner classes concept for the creation of private classes. ठीक है, the private means within the same class you can access those members. So here we have declared this member as s variable as private. So we cannot access this s variable here in this. Okay, यहाँ पे भी आप उसको access नहीं कर सकते हो. सिर्फ उस यहाँ पे भी आप उसको access नहीं कर सकते हो in the different package. This member will be accessible only within the same class. Only within the same class. ठीक है, private accessibility जब आप देते हो तो हम data secure करते हैं. And we cannot access that particular member. It can be method or variable. Okay, we cannot access it outside of the class. We cannot access outside of the class. Last one is the protected one. Okay, so protected variable, access specifier we use mostly to access in the same package. जैसे default work करता है वैसे ही है, but default, whenever you are using default one, you cannot access the data outside of that package. Correct? जैसे यहाँ पे हमने देखा ABC class के लिए. Correct? ABC class के लिए हमने already वो part देखा है. You cannot access that ABC class outside of the package, right? But suppose you want to do that part, you want to access it, then how will you access? At that time, you have to declare that class or variable as not class, variable वगैरह आपको method जो है वो आपको define करनी होगी as a protected. So protected, if the subclass of that class is present in the different package, then we can access the protected members. If that class is not subclass, that means no inheritance is there, parent-child relationship नहीं है, तो हम उस protected member को भी access नहीं कर सकते different package में. Same package में आप कौन से भी class से उसको access कर सकते. ठीक है, this is the difference between all these 4 access specifiers. इसको विजिबिलिटी कंट्रोल भी कहा जाता है, इसको एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर, एक्सेस मॉडिफायर्स भी कहा जाता है जावा में, ठीक है। सो वी विल सी हियर पब्लिक कैन बी अप्लाइड टू क्लास, क्लास वेरिएबल्स, मेथड्स, ठीक है। प्राइवेट क्लास वेरिएबल्स मेथड्स रहते हैं, class will also have the private access specifier but only inner classes, ठीक है। protected we can apply to the class variables and methods, default we can apply to the class variables and methods, ठीक है। these are the access specifiers, clear, which are related to the visibility part of your members. It can be variables, classes and methods. Any doubt here? Anyone? Clear है? किसी को कुछ पूछना है? Okay, similar to this, we have non-access specifiers or modifiers. These are not related to any particular accessibility, but we use these with some particular or predefined, you can say predefined definition है उसका, ठीक है, predefined है उसका meaning. For that purpose only we use this non-access modifiers. For example, यहाँ पे 4 to 5 non-access modifiers है: static, final, abstract, synchronized, transient, volatile, and strict FP. ठीक है, all these are non-access modifiers. Static we are going to see later. Final is also there. Abstract is also there. In the later sessions we are going to learn with whatever the meaning these words or keywords has. ठीक है, सिंक्रोनाइज्ड वगैरह भी हम देखेंगे, ट्रांजिएंट, वोलाटाइल, ऑल दीज वी आर गोइंग टू सी लैटर, बट अभी के लिए सिर्फ इतना ध्यान में रखो कि दीज आर नॉन एक्सेस मॉडिफायर्स एंड these are not related to any visibility part or accessibility, but these have the special meaning. That's why we use these are known as non access modifiers. ठीक है, तो किस किस को हम इसको अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, that part we will see. Final can be class variables and methods. Abstract we can apply to classes and methods. Strict FP is basically nothing but we are specifying strict floating point values के लिए हम इसको यूज करते हैं. We apply the strict FP for classes and methods. Transient are always class variables. We cannot apply transient keyword to the classes or methods. Then okay, method variables are also final. I don't, ठीक है, you will see. Synchronized we can apply only to the methods. We cannot apply to the class variables or classes. Native is there. Native is also used for methods. Native keyword हम use करते हैं methods के लिए. Volatile is also used for class variables. Static is again for the class variables and methods, ठीक है. So these are non-access specifiers. हम कौन से इसको अप्लाई कर सकते हैं वो हमने यहाँ पे देखा. इसका हर एक का मीनिंग है पर्टिकुलर, that we will see through the examples later, say in the later sessions. ठीक है, अभी आपको इतना जरूरी नहीं है. Any doubt? Clear है? Anyone? Access specifiers, non-access specifiers clear है? Anyone has any doubt? Okay, I think no one has doubt, so we will go ahead. So this was the end of your module 3. यहाँ पे आपका module 3 complete होता है. We will go forward with the module 4, which is nothing but the operators and constructs. ठीक है. So in this module we are going to learn some different types of operators like arithmetic operators, relational, logical, bitwise operators, ternary or conditional operator, operator precedence and its associativity, and the control flow statements, if else, which case loops. Okay, these all we are going to see in this module. So we will start with the operators. Basic mathematical operations perform करने के लिए हम यहाँ पे करते हैं operators का use, correct? So the operators, arithmetic operators, are always plus, minus, multiplication, division, and this last symbol is known as modulus. Okay, it is modulus symbol. Is my screen visible clearly to you? Yes, is my screen visible? Okay. Okay, so we have already created this module 4 package. In the same module 4 package, we will create one class as arithmetic operators. Include the main method. So arithmetic operators are basic calculation के लिए जो हम use करते हैं वही है, plus, minus, multiplication, division, and last one is percentage sign, which is known as modulus. Okay, modulus operator. So here we will use those. I am creating two variables. Integer a is equals to some value and integer b is equals to some value. And I want to perform all these operations. So we will directly perform the operation addition, of, यहाँ पे मुझे वेरिएबल्स के वैल्यूज भी दिखाने हैं, तो मैं यहाँ पे ये ऐड करती हूँ, स्टेटमेंट प्लस बी इज equals to. Now, if you use this plus operator and try to perform a plus b, it will show you the concatenation of these two values. Okay, because plus has the default meaning in the system.out.println to concatenate, right? यहाँ पे आपको ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट में ये वैल्यूज ऐसे दिखेंगे अगर आप डायरेक्टली कैलकुलेट करना चाहते हो तो, because plus has the meaning of concatenation here. But if you want to use this plus for calculation purpose, then you just have to put brackets around these two variables so that it will calculate the values addition here and then it will get displayed. So you can see addition of 874, 4455, whatever the value is, it is 5419. Okay, this is the addition. So अगर आपको same statement में addition करनी है तो इस तरीके से आप कर सकते हो, या फिर you can use this third variable integer c to perform the operation a plus b. Here the by default operation value or the meaning of this plus will be considered as addition. ठीक है, सिर्फ system.out.println में हमें प्लस का मीनिंग होता है कॉन्केटिनेशन. दैट इज वाई a प्लस बी जब आप डायरेक्टली करते हो तो वो कॉन्केटिनेशन वैल्यू दिखाएगा इंस्टेड ऑफ कैलकुलेटेड. okay, so you can use the third variable also to perform this. If you need to use this calculated value anywhere later in your program, then we prefer to use this third variable. ठीक है, अगर आपको इस कैलकुलेटेड वैल्यू को बाद में यूज करना है तो हम इसको करते हैं एक थर्ड वेरिएबल में वैल्यू से करके स्टोर करते हैं. ठीक है, अगर नहीं जरूरत है, सिर्फ आपको दिखाना है स्क्रीन के ऊपर, तो आप सिर्फ इतना पार्ट कर सकते हो. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पे वेरिएबल सी का वैल्यू आप डिफाइन करके दिखा सकते हो. विल गेट द सेम वैल्यू. ठीक है, सिमिलरली वी विल परफॉर्म subtraction operation, subtraction of a minus b. यहाँ पे आपको ब्रैकेट्स की जरूरत है नहीं. ठीक है, a माइनस बी अगर मैंने यहाँ पे किया तो अभी देखो यहाँ पे ये प्लस के बाद मैंने किया है, दैट इज वाई हमें यहाँ पे ब्रैकेट देने की जरूरत है. Okay, the second value is greater one, that's why we are getting the output into negative. Then you can display the multiplication also. Multiplication of a and b is multiplication sign we will give. Okay, यहाँ पे sign change करना बाकी है. We can perform the multiplication directly and division. All these operations we perform in daily life also, right? So divide करती हूँ मैं. We will change the values here. B divided by A करना है मुझे. B divided by A. So when you do this division part, we will get the quotient, right? Quotient value we will get here when you perform this division operation. That is 5. And when we use this modulus operation, modulus of B modulus A same, okay? B modulus A, we will get remainder of that particular कैलकुलेशन. ठीक है, अगर कोई रिमाइंडर अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप इसको यूज कर सकते हो मॉड्यूलस ऑपरेटर को. सो ऑल दीज आर अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स. दैट इज नथिंग बट वी परफॉर्म दिस कैलकुलेशन पर्पस के लिए हम इसको यूज करते हैं. प्लस माइनस मल्टीप्लीकेशन डिवीजन एंड लास्ट वन इज मॉड्यूलस. ठीक है, और इसको मॉड भी बोलते हैं, मॉड्यूलस या फिर मॉड. ठीक है, इट ऑलवेज गिव यू रिमाइंडर. Clear? Now the next are increment and decrement operators, which has plus plus and minus minus. These are increment and decrement operators. So we will see how it gets executed here. For that we will create another class. System has some problem. Okay. So in the module 4 package, we will create another class. We'll give the name as increment decrement operator. Include the main method, finish. So here suppose I am creating one variable which has value 10. Integer A variable which has value 10. Now there are plus plus which is used for increment operator. Okay, but these are divided into two parts. First one is pre-increment and post-increment. Okay, similarly minus minus operator, we use that operator in two ways, which is known as pre-decrement and post decrement. ठीक है, तो इसको हम यूज करेंगे. First we will see pre-increment operator on this variable. Pre-increment means it always increment the value first. ठीक है, ये अभी a की value 10 है, so we will display that value. System.out.println value of a is equals to a variable value. So we will get here 10. When we use pre-increment on the same, so whatever the incremented value, that is a plus 1 is equals to whatever the value will be, that will get stored into a variable. ठीक है, ये ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म होता है, फिर आपको वैल्यू डिस्प्ले होती है. दैट मीन्स द वैल्यू गेट्स प्री इंक्रीमेंटेड, देन we will be able to see the incremented value. तो यहाँ पे मैं लिखती हूँ प्री इंक्रीमेंट, प्री इंक्रीमेंट वैल्यू ऑफ ए. प्री इंक्रीमेंट करना है तो हम यूज करते हैं प्लस प्लस साइन बिफोर द वेरिएबल a प्लस प्लस. ठीक है, so exactly this statement is like this: a is equals to a plus 1, value is stored into the a variable immediately, and we can use that pre-incremented value here. or we can see the pre-incremented value here. ठीक है, this is pre-increment. Similarly, आप इसको सेम इसमें भी कर सकते हो, प्लस प्लस ए, ऐसे भी आप कर सकते हो. It will again increment the value and store into a variable immediately and use it. This is a pre-increment part. Post increment, currently your value is 12. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आपकी वैल्यू 12 है, यहाँ पे आपकी वैल्यू 11 हुई थी, यहाँ पे आपकी वैल्यू 12 थी, वो अभी 12 है. So whenever you are using post increment, ठीक है, post increment you can use this a plus plus. The plus plus sign will be after variable name. So what happens? So it is telling the compiler to use the whatever the value we have stored in the a variable first, and then the increment value, then use next time. ठीक है, तो पहले इसको यूज करो, फिर इंक्रीमेंट करो, एंड इंक्रीमेंटेड वैल्यू बाद में आप यूज कर सकते हो. सो सेम यहाँ पे आपको वैल्यू 12 ही मिलेगी. एंड अगर फिर से मैंने यहाँ पे आपको दिखाया पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट वैल्यू ए डायरेक्टली, तो यहाँ पे आपको इंक्रीमेंटेड वैल्यू मिलेगी. ठीक है, दैट विल बी 13. Okay, because in the first statement we are specifying that use this a variable value first, then increment that value. So next time जब भी आप उस वेरिएबल को यूज करोगे तो आपको इंक्रीमेंटेड वैल्यू मिलेगी. This is all about pre-increment and post-increment. Similarly, we perform the decrement operations to decrement the value. ठीक है, so suppose अभी मैं और एक वेरिएबल लेती हूँ, integer b is equals to 20. पहले तो हम वैल्यू दिखाएंगे, वैल्यू of b variable. So here the value of b variable will be 20. Correct. Now we will perform the pre and post decrement operations. Decrement value of b, pre decrement. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे pre means first decrement operator हम देंगे. So it is nothing but internally it is executed like this, b is equals to b minus 1. Always this operator use 1 as the statement. ठीक है, 1 ही आपका यूज होगा, 1 से ही इंक्रीमेंट होगा, 1 से ही डिक्रीमेंट होगा. ठीक है, सो b इज इक्वल्स टू b माइनस 1. दैट मीन्स एक से डिक्रीमेंट होके वो फिर से b वेरिएबल में ही स्टोर करेगा. सो दिस पोस्ट प्री डिक्रीमेंट आपको यहाँ पे b वेरिएबल की वैल्यू डिक्रीमेंटेड मिलेगी. Similar to this, you can use the b decremented pre-decrement for b variable like this also. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे आपको pre-decremented value मिलेगी 19 and here we will get the value as 18 because we are performing the same. Right, so 19 and 18. If you want to perform post decrement b minus minus, currently the value of b is 18. ठीक है, and this is again calculated like this itself. It is decremented by b1. अभी आपका वैल्यू डिक्रीमेंट हुआ है. नाउ इफ वी डिस्प्ले दिस इनटू पोस्ट डिक्रीमेंट, we will get the decremented value. Post decrement value of b will be 17. okay, जैसे यहाँ पे हमने इमीडिएट में किया था वो आपको वैसे ही यहाँ पे भी आप इमीडिएट में कर सकते हो. system.out.println में भी आप उसको कर सकते हो. पोस्ट डिक्रीमेंट वैल्यू ऑफ b माइनस माइनस अगर मैंने किया तो आपको यहाँ पे भी 17 की वैल्यू मिलेगी. एंड जब आप वैल्यू ऑफ b डिस्प्ले करते हो लास्ट में, तब आपको डिक्रीमेंटेड वैल्यू मिलेगी, दैट इज 16. तो पहले डिफरेंस बिटवीन प्री एंड पोस्ट इज प्री इज ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू परफॉर्म द ऑपरेशन immediately, ठीक है. First increment और first decrement, then use, and post में आपका value जो भी होगा variable का उसको पहले use करना है, then decrement करना है या फिर increment करना है. This is all about increment and decrement operator. Any doubt, anyone? Clear? If you have any doubt, let me know. Okay, you can note down these programs, ठीक है, later. आप programs note करके लिख लो. नेक्स्ट वन इज द असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर्स, ठीक है. तो असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर्स में अगर आपको कुछ वैल्यू देनी है तब हम इसको यूज करते हैं असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर. प्लस इक्वल टू, माइनस इक्वल टू, मल्टीप्लिकेशन इक्वल टू, डिविजन इक्वल टू, मॉड्यूलस इक्वल टू. दीज आर शिफ्ट ऑपरेटर्स. लेफ्ट शिफ्ट, राइट शिफ्ट इक्वल टू, एंड दीज आर बिटवाइज ऑपरेटर्स जो हम बाद में देखने वाले. सो इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन, दैट इज इन टुमारो सेशन, वी विल कंप्लीट ऑल दीज ऑपरेटर्स, ठीक है. सो अगर अभी यहाँ तक आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आया है तो पूछ लो. Any doubt, anyone? So it is in your dashboard itself. Stu intern पे ही आपको दिखेगा assignment. I have uploaded 2 modules assignment which you need to complete. Ma'am will guide you related to the assignment section. Ma'am, can you guide them? Hello, ma'am. Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. They want to know where they can find the assignments, and can you tell them so? Where they can find the assignments from their login. Okay. Okay, everyone. We will end our session for today here. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. Assignment link, I cannot share it. It is already uploaded there. You have to download it and complete it. Those are theoretical questions right now, because practical we have not yet done much part. Okay, once we complete this module 4, then you will have to perform the practical assignments. ठीक है, अभी तो थियोरेटिकल है जो इंटरव्यू के बेसिस पे हमने दिए हैं. तो सर मैम विल गाइड यू रिलेटेड टू दैट. Okay, so we will end our session for today. We will continue with the next operators tomorrow. You may leave. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.